Hello, welcome back to my channel, Jen Joy Plans. Today I'm using this printable kit from Lynner Designs, and it is the Nordic Nights art set from CD Piper, and then I'm pairing it with magenta pink hollow from Plan With Me stickers, and then icy blue solid underlays from Lynner Designs. So I am super excited. This is my last winter spread for the year, and I kind of broke up winter spreads by slicing in that movie kit to just like fully appreciate the last winter spread. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to have plans this weekend doing like things in the mountains, so that's why I also saved it, but those plans fell through, which kind of thankful for because #homebody. And yeah, so this kit, like I said, is a printable, so I color blocked it, and I added in, what did I add in? I added that like teal bottom washi because it was only for one day, and I really loved that bright color. And I am super excited about this magenta pink hollow foil that Plan With Me stickers came out with. If you didn't know, I actually PR for both of those shops. I have my code down below. It's just Jen15 for both Lynner Designs and Plan With Me stickers, and for McPlans, who you're seeing for any of like my scripts. And when you see at the end, most of my characters and doodles are McPlans. I seriously love all three of those shops and use them on like consistently pretty much every single week. So let's see. For this week, it was a really eventful week, which I will get into in just a little bit, but I had gotten this magenta pink foil bundle. As soon as Plan With Me stickers launched it, I immediately was like, I love this. I think it's fun. I'm not a pink girly by any means, but I just think it's really fun, and I think it will look good with some summer spreads, and I think I'm going to pair it with that new clip art kit that is kind of like, what is it, dog, like the spring girly dog walking at the lake kind of kit. You've probably seen it, but yeah, I think that foil will look really cute with it. I love this art set though, from CD Piper Designs. I am so glad we were able to get a winter art set from her. I'm just missing her so badly, but understand that life happens and you gotta take side steps. So I added in this extender on Monday. For some reason, I thought I was going to be busy. It ended up not being a busy day at all, so I kind of regret that. This is why I don't really do extenders, but it is what it is. And then I got these underlays. They're the snowflake underlay version 2, and they kind of have like the zigzag snowflake pattern in magenta hollow from Plan With Me stickers, and I think they're super cute. But then last minute I was like, I kind of feel like I need to layer them because they are a little bit bolder of a print, and I wasn't sure if like how much of the snowflakes or the like design you would see. So last minute when Lynner Designs opened up solid underlays, I knew that she had a sky blue that I thought was going to look really good, and it does. It doesn't match perfectly, but I think when it's under, you can't like fully tell, and I'm really glad that I did that because it definitely needed it. The pattern is just, like I said, like I predicted, it's just a little too hard to see, so having like a solid brings it all together, in my personal opinion. But then again, I'm kind of in my layered underlays era, for a lack of better words. I've just been a little obsessed. But yeah, I love how this spread turned out, and I'm happy with all my winter spreads this year. Spring is like really lull for me. I don't have any spring kits. I'm using a ton of anytime kits, and that's just kind of how spring goes for me. But it's also exciting because I feel like I've held on to these kits for a really long time and have been collecting them, and then now's my time to actually use them. So I'm excited. This week was also a really big week because My husband and I are thinking and exploring the option to move, and that comes with finding a new job. And since my job is very like a teacher is a very like set timeline, you start in August and you end in May, June, and it's like there's unless you sub, you can't get around that. That's your contract. So spots open for jobs in like January and February. And so, yeah, I just like needed to hop on that. And this week I applied for a school and happened to get a call for an interview like the next day and, or like right within a couple days. And that was like really exciting. It's the school that my nephews are at. So being there with them would be just like perfect. That's like honestly my goal. So I am excited about that. But that came with like a lot of, pressure of like application. And their application was so frustrating because you couldn't hit save and come back to it. So I sat down on Monday to start it, thinking like I'd start and finish it later, and I couldn't. So I stayed up super late on Monday, finishing it and answering all the questions, and like it had like a lot of essay, and I don't know, it just is like applying for a job is no joke, and updating my resume and all that stuff, all the fun stuff, so I had to do that like all on Monday, so it was super stressful. And then but felt validated that I got the call back, and yeah, so that is like the exciting part of my week. It feels good to just like be able to breathe knowing that that is in place, and just hoping that I get the job, and that will kind of like keep us going in the right track. Because right now, if like I don't have a job lined up, then it'd be a lot harder to move. So we shall see. That's just kind of like, it's so on the low key in our everyday lives. Like our parents know and family know, but we haven't told most of our friends, and it just feels weird that I'm telling the internet, but you guys see all my plans, so it's hard not to tell you. But yeah, that was the exciting part of this week. Also this week, I rediscovered Love Island Australia, and I've been really into reading lately and like barely watching TV. And then I rediscovered this show as I just like needed a mind break, and I am hooked. I forgot just how much I love Love Island. It's such a trashy show, but it's just like good to just take my mind off of it, especially after like crazy long days. But I still am reading and enjoying my Kindle and all that. So good balance of both. And then I thought it was fitting this week that my quote overlays are all teacher overlays. I did that because I wasn't sure what kind of like what season I would pull this in. And I just love like picking out different overlays from Plan With Me stickers, and she released these new teacher ones, and I was like, this is actually perfect because this is a week where it was like a pretty hard week with my class, and then a week where I'm applying for a different job, so it was all fitting. I really struggled with what to do with this like husky overlay quote, or like a husky overlay, and then I ended up putting a teacher quote because I felt like I needed a quote on each side of my page. So here you're gonna watch me really struggle and spend forever and a half deciding what box and which quote and what to do. Like literally trying out all the options. Does anybody else do this? It's like trying on clothes. I'm just like trying on quotes. And then I was like, wait, I literally have a quote. Like I almost laid that one down right there. And then I was like, wait, I have a quote right above it. It was also Groundhog's Day, which is like the funniest holiday in my personal opinion. And I teach it every year. And like now that I've taught it enough times, I kind of know how to phrase it and whatnot. And this year's group was living for it. Most kids are like, oh yeah, or like, yeah, we learn about this. Like they don't really care. But this group this year was like, Groundhog's Day is my favorite holiday. And they were so into it. I think it was because they were excited about what the report was. Because like who doesn't want an early spring? But we had to have like lots of talks about being like this is just a groundhog in a very set up situation. Can groundhogs predict the weather? No. And like we had to have like a good laugh about the traditional wear of like the group that announces the groundhog. And I don't know, we like watched the real life video and they were just so into it, and they like thought it was so funny that the groundhog is named Phil, and it was just so cute. So it really helped pass the day. Like Friday flew by because they were so into Groundhog's Day, and I loved that for them. I hope they never lose that. It just made me appreciate young kids and all that they're like into. But yeah, they were like telling every recess teacher, every teacher that they passed about Groundhog's Day and about like, yeah, their love for it and their love for Phil. So yeah, pretty funny, pretty cute. I thought it would be fun to close out my winter spreads with a quick little this or that, because I feel like I've talked through most things, and I'm so sorry if you can hear like the sickness in my voice. I feel like every time I get better, it comes right back. So we are just moving on and trying to push through. But here you can see how these underlays are not like a perfect match, but they definitely flow well, and especially once the overlays are placed over it and like all the stickers, it all works out. All right, I don't really have that much time to do a this or that, so I will save that. I do have a mock plan with me coming soon. I believe you haven't seen it yet, but it's using one of that, I'm totally blanking out on the name, but that like dark romantics type of kit from Lynner Designs. I got it as a freebie, so I decided to do a mock plan with me for the month of February, and I will answer, I think I'm going to do a TV shows this or that question for that plan with me, since there's just like fake plans, and there's so many different like TV shows and controversial opinions. So stay tuned for that, and let's skip ahead to the final spread. Right, here is the finished spread. I'm obsessed with how it turned out. I love this like hot pink magenta hollow, and the underlays. Like this is definitely a top spread, and yeah, I'm just happy with it. So it's a good way to end winter. But that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye everyone.